Hey there friends and frenemies, it's Walker with DIWHY.LIFE. In this episode, we're doing a wireless lav mic showdown between the Saramonic and the Sennheiser. The Saramonic wireless lav mic is a three-piece system. It comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and this retails at about $3.99 on Amazon, I believe. Check the link in my description. And then the Sennheiser, this is my tried and true microphone. I've used this for several years. It only has 1 transmitter and 1 receiver, and I believe we paid around $700 for this unit. So we're going to be comparing these, having these go head to head in just a second. In addition to testing the 2 different microphone systems, I'm going to run them through some unbalanced and balanced tests. I'm going to hook it up to the digital SLR with an unbalanced connector, and I'm going to run it through this JVC camera with a balanced connector to see if that makes any difference. So as I said, I'm running the Sennheiser microphone through my Canon digital SLR, and this is an unbalanced cable that I'm using to connect the 2, and this is what it sounds like.
Okay, before we proceed, let's clean up this audio a little bit. Now the Sennheiser tends to come in a little low, so we'll go ahead and do a normalize on this thing to boost the signal a little bit. So we'll go ahead and perform it in normalize right here. And then what I like to do is I like to clean up some of the hiss. The Sennheiser typically has a touch of hiss to it. So I'll take a sample of the hiss from somewhere in the waveform, like right here. We'll go ahead and perform a capture noise print to acquire the sound of the hiss, and then we'll use that noise print to reduce that noise frequency from the soundtrack. So let's have a listen at what it sounds like now that it's cleaned up.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Now that sounds pretty good, but let's throw an EQ on this thing and punch up the mid to high frequencies just a touch.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Good, I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the Saramonic mic.
So now I've got the Saramonic mics plugged into the digital SLR through an unbalanced connection. And one cool thing about these Saramonic mics is you can have 2 transmitters going to 1 receiver. So if you set the receiver to stereo output, you can actually have each mic in a different channel. So this could be channel 1 or left, and this could be channel 2 or right, and you can mix them independently if you like. So the quick fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Right away I can tell that the Saramonic records with a stronger signal, and I'm not hearing that hiss that the Sennheiser had. It is a little weak on the mid to high frequencies, so we will have to perform an EQ. And we'll go ahead and run it through the same cleanup process that the Sennheiser had, just to make it fair. Here's the cleaned up, unbalanced Saramonic recording.
The quick fox jumps over the lazy dog. So now let's try both microphones with a balanced connector. Here's the Sennheiser microphone running on a balanced connection through the JVC camera. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And this is the Saramonic wireless lav mic running through a balanced connection on the JVC camera. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Interestingly, on the balanced connection, the Sennheiser actually sounds worse, and the Saramonic sounds even better. I mean, when you look at the waveform frequency responses, the Saramonic is outperforming the Sennheiser across the spectrum. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Keep in mind this Sennheiser is an older G3 model, and the newer G4s are probably a little bit better than this one.
All in all, I'm really impressed with this Saramonic wireless microphone. I mean, I put it head to head with my Sennheiser, and from build quality to sound quality, I think it got a beat. Plus, the fact that it works with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver makes it really nice for interviews. Out of the box, the thing is awesome for cameras with mini stereo inputs. If your camera happens to be a higher end with XLR inputs, it's okay, but you're going to want to get a mini stereo adapter to dual XLR cable, like this one, so that you can separate out the channels and level them independently. The only thing I didn't like about the Saramonic was the fact that they put the power button on the outside of the unit. So if you slip this thing into a pair of tight jeans, it'll actually turn itself off. So if your talent has this mic in their pocket, you're going to want to monitor those levels during your shoot. That's about it for this episode of DIY.LIFE. If you have any questions about these two microphones, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.